I hear you.
Let's try it that way. Do you guys hear an echo?
I can't hear you. James Schultz says killer striding. I hear. Do you guys hear me?
Is this any better? Thumbs up. We good? We got better audio?
Hello, hello. Testy,
Can you guys,
testy.
can you hear Paula? Don't say testes, testes. Testes, 1, 2, 3.
Testes, testes, 1, 2.
3?
Silence.
Okay. Can you, okay, yes, we can hear.
No.
Killer Strider, that's
Okay.
better.
Now, yes. Brown Sugar said yes.
Okay, yep,
Okay.
yep. Can you hear Paula? I mean, you could probably hear Paula without a microphone.
You could probably hear me if it's Roger. Oh, yeah.
All right, everyone got the thumb up. Sounds yes, we can hear you both. Okay, I actually had pressed the mute button on my OBS Streamlabs.
Oh.
You were talking to yourself. Now we can hear you. So Miss Coin Crew just sent me a message. I was like, ma. All right. Well, let me do this again and rethank everybody who was here before I tried to do my mime act. All right. So we got Killer Striders in the house. Jonathan Smelko, Brown Sugar, AZ Coins, See Happy Chappy, AZ Coins and See Happy Chappy. Thank you for being channel members. I appreciate that. We have Paula Bloom, who's right below me.
Hello.
Chris G, Inkman, AZ Coins. We have, let's see, James Schultz is here. Thank you, James, for being here. I appreciate you. Chris G. Who else am I missing? Links 59, thank you for being here. We have Blacksmith. Oh, dude, Blacksmith Bullion's in the house. All right, so Blacksmith Bullion is the one who created me that killer freaking dragon wand, that little dragon staff. He's the brilliant mind behind that. So thank you for coming in. I appreciate you doing that. So good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Coin and Card Hobbyist is here. Outstanding.
Good morning, everybody. I'm just going to give you a blanket good morning.
Good morning, Miss Coin Crew. How you doing? See Happy Chappy, 5-month member. Thank you so much for being a member, Chappy. I appreciate you, bud. All right. So today is subscriber only mode. Okay. And the reason that I'm doing subscriber only mode is because it's National Coin Week, and National Coin Week deems that I should give some things away. So in order to do so, I want to make sure that the people that get stuff are the people who are subscribed to the channel and my members. So you can still get in. I'm not going to give them away for a little while, but just so you guys know that this is subscriber only mode. Okay. So if you're watching the stream and you can't enter into chat and you're not a subscriber, well, maybe you should.
Why not? It's free.
Yeah, it's free. It helps me a lot. So, but anyway, if you want to be eligible for that, then you've got you got a few minutes. I'm going to give something away really quick here just because I can. So I'm going to do, oh, you know what's really funny?
Yeah.
In OBS Streamlab, it tells me that I can't chat because I'm not a member. Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's like
to be you.
It does suck to be me. So now I can't chat my own damn stream. That doesn't make any sense at all. That's just stupid. All right, let's go ahead and get this. The other thing that is today, what's up, Stilla dude? Good to see you. What's going on, Rockzilla? All right. The other thing that's happening today is, of course, you know, we've been talking about this since last year, and that is St. Jude. And there's a couple different things that are going to be going on today. With that, there's a bunch of silver, there's gold, there's numismatic items, there's some collectible things. There's a quilt that Ida's
metal detector.
Yeah, so that's been donated by mainly Dirt Fishing. A lot of really, really cool things are happening today. And so I'm going to shift some stuff around. You're going to see things on my screen shifting a little bit as I fine tune some of these items and get things in place. Again, what I'm trying to do is make it conducive both for the channel and for my hosts. co-hosts to make it nice and easy. But anyway, today is a huge day, and it's going to be really, really important for people to engage with the St. Jude. Now, here's the thing. If you guys are like me, where you're in a situation where you're not going to be spending a whole lot of money, if any, today, not a problem. You can still support the channel. You can still support St. Jude by doing things like sharing it out on Facebook, sharing it out on Instagram, bringing people to the channel, copy the link, tell your friends about it, right? There's a lot of things that you can do still to support it without spending money. Now, if you're in a situation where you cannot spend money and you don't want to be put into that, completely understand. What I'm willing to do, and I want to make sure that people understand, I will not be in there very much, not because I don't support it, but because I don't have the money. I got a big trip coming on and I've donated. That's how I was able to help this year. But I will be in there, but I'm not going to just be lurking trying to find the freebies. If you need somewhere to go, let me know, and then we'll coordinate some sort of trivia or whatever, and then we'll do the call outs and all that stuff to St. Jude. So if you need somewhere to be, and I do not want anybody, Ida doesn't want it, Paula doesn't want it, Amanda doesn't want it, nobody wants you to go in debt or to put yourself in a really bad situation for this event. So if you are in a situation where you're like, man, I feel like I'm going to have to do it, and you just can't.
You don't. We just want you to hang out.
Yeah, just go and hang out. If you're there and you can't do that because you see the shiny things and you have this impulse, we get it. Okay, it's fine. Share it out, right? Tell people about it. Pop in, say hi to a couple people, leave. Not a big deal. Just engage. If you are going to be doing something and you need somewhere else to go, like I said, reach out to me, let me know. I'll pull up a stream where you guys can just play games or something like that. Not compete with the St. Jude thing, but give people to go where, they don't feel like obligation to have to spend or buy. Okay.
And if you want to make a donation, but like nothing, you can't pick up anything because everything's going for too much money, we have a straight donation link to the best of the best coin communities, St. Jude's. So we have an actual link just for that. So if you want, $1, whatever,
Yeah, just do not put yourself. Ooh, that light got really bright. Do not put yourself in a situation where you're spending more money than you have just because you want to help. Okay. I want to make sure that, because I know where I'm at. I know where the situation I'm in. I've got a big trip coming up here in a month and a half. And so I've got my eye on a couple of things. I'm going to pop in, hit it, and go, kind of just be watching it. But I'm going to be sharing it out. I'm going to be doing shorts, calling out the thing all day long. So there's ways that you can help and generate interest in that. But if you're going to do something, go in, slam chat for a while. Just let it go, right? Get that algorithm. Get people to just go in and like the thing. Make a couple comments and leave. Because if we can get it on the algorithm, YouTube will share it out. So there's a lot of ways that we can help.
And the stream's not monetized. Either one of the streams today is not monetized. So that's not an issue. But the more people that are in there engaging, the more people will see it and maybe come in and help.
And being in the stream, sitting there, doesn't help the algorithm. Okay. People being in the stream by itself without any engagement does not help. I'm trying to balance. Now the light on my face is about balanced. It looked like I was sitting out in the sun. There we go. Okay. But yeah, we don't want anybody going into debt for this. We don't want anybody strapping themselves financially. This is not something that we want people to struggle with. So again, there's plenty of ways to help. There's plenty of ways to engage and not put yourself in a situation that can cause you to be, struggling for a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever that might be. Okie dokie. So you mean I have to talk? Well, no, Nash, you have to type. Talking in this stream, nobody's going to hear you. Okay. Uh, oh, hey, Stats, what's going on? Appreciate you. Thank you for doing that. It's really awesome of you. All right, so we got a bunch of other people that have come in. Mark Thomas, God is great. Thank you so much. Cap 511, thank you so much for being here. What's going on, Nash? Good to see you. Would casting donation help? I'm not sure what a casting donation
No, you
is.
can't. It's too late for any like auction item donations.
Oh, a casting donation.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how acting would help.
There's always next year.
Paula, I was like, I don't think acting is going to help. Because
a casting call.
Casting, yeah. Anyway, sorry, you guys. I'm working on about 3 hours of sleep. So last night we are sitting here and I hear bam. And I'm like, uh-oh, what the hell? And I hear my son come up. He's like, ah. So I run downstairs and the garage door, the belt busted and almost crushed my son.
Oh no.
And so last night at about 11 o'clock, I had to do an emergency garage door repair. So I didn't get to bed till like 2 o'clock this morning. And if you guys have ever had to repair the belt on a garage door, you don't want to do it when you're exhausted. And so anyway, got that up and running. And so
that's scary.
You know, when you have something like that happen and your adrenaline's on and you're alert, it took me so long to fall asleep. I think I fell asleep about 3:30 this morning. So,
man.
Yeah, I work for coins. Yeah, well, I work for cents. Oh, too much fun. Hey, Dale M, how you doing? Good to see you. Those doors are under. Well, so it wasn't the spring; it was just the belt. I have a belt drive thing, and it stripped, and the way the union goes, it pulled the belt away from the union, and all tension on the door released, and it just bam. And so anyway, my youngest boy and I, we spent a couple hours and we got some stuff out. Stats with the 99-cent super chat. Thank you, Stats. I appreciate you doing that. Unfortunately, I don't have any numbers for you. All right. Terrible dad joke. But yeah, so anyway.
Oh, I get it. Like, sorry, I was a little slow.
Like you heard about a joke about the airplane, right?
No,
it was over your head.
Okay.
He's like, oh my God, please no.
I knew he was gonna though.
Don't give him any coffee. Next time you're holding a fundraiser, please. Hey, Blacksmith Bullion, we appreciate you, bud. We really do.
Yeah, absolutely. It's every year.
Yeah, we do it every March.
Last year we raised 27,000. This year our goal is 50,000. Thanks, Ida.
Yeah, and so I'll definitely let you know. And you guys, you've seen the dragon staff that he did. It's fabulous. Like the quality of work that he does is amazing. I absolutely have zero issue. I got your super chat going. Thanks, Stats. Unfortunately, I think the train is still in the station, but that's okay. We'll get there. Paula, get caffeinated for the next run, a long one. Hey, Charles, how you doing, bud? Yeah,
I am right now, Charles. Look, I'm already up and I showered and I'm putting my makeup on and I am like.
Okay, so first off, there are two things there that tell you that she's serious. She showered and she's putting makeup on.
Okay? And I'm putting makeup on.
That's like big news, right?
That's right. Watch out. It's on like Donkey Kong.
Oh, too much fun. All right. Well, what I want to do today is something a little different. So you guys know today obviously is March 16th. Today is St. Jude. But there's something going on right now, and I'll have Paula tell you guys a little bit of a story. We need to keep Blue Ridge Silverhound's wife, Stacy, in prayer.
Yeah.
had a little bit of an issue. Paula, I will let
Just
you explain that.
just a little.
Thanks, Killer Dude.
So they decided to make this trip to Colorado like a whole family trip, right? Sean, his wife, his youngest daughter, they were, sightseeing, everything, and nobody expected this blizzard that Colorado got. And they got to Vail and they closed the freeways. This was Wednesday. So they didn't know if they were going to be able to even make it on Thursday to the show. Well, I think Thursday they got up and the freeways were open again. And anyway, long story short, Stacy fell. She slipped in the snow, broke her leg and her ankle, and ended up having to have surgery. So I think she probably got released yesterday, and they're probably on their way home now. But long recovery. She's got pins and screws, and I mean, obviously not the vacation they're planning for. So if you guys could just please keep them in your prayers for a safe trip home, and for Stacy for a quick recovery. I don't know how this is even going to affect them going to Tulsa now. So we'll see. I know if Stacy can make it, she'll do anything she can to not miss that, but it's more important that she heals right now. So
yeah, and that's really important that she's taken care of. But do me a favor, please make sure, and I'm going to throw this up here because this is one of the things that we're going to be talking about. This is what she was talking about. This is where they were going, which is the National Money Show. And today is the last day. There's a lot of cool stuff. And what we're going to be talking about today is something that's actually here. Some of the goodies that they have at this event. It blew my mind when I found out some of the coins that they have. Did you see some of the coins that they had, Paula?
Oh yeah, no, every year they do. It's incredible. Like you get an opportunity to see things that you will never get to see. And probably, I don't know.
There are some really cool things. So I'm going to go over here and show the money showcase, and they do all sorts of really cool things for Coin Week.
They do. I actually attended one of their webinars day before yesterday. Russ Bega, you guys have probably, if you've seen the Coin Show podcast on YouTube, you've probably seen Russ. He works at Harlan J. Burke with Mike Nodelman. He did a lecture on Zerby and Mel. So it'll end up on YouTube, so you guys will be able to watch it. But I love watching those webinars that they have. So it's something that they offer that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. I'm gonna stop sharing this because for some reason it's sharing the screen and not the event. So hold on just a sec. Let me make sure that it's only sharing that tab.
And I can't see chat right now, you guys. I'm doing my makeup.
No worries. It's all good. Okay, let's see if that comes up because I want that tab to stay up. But anyway, they've got some really cool things. And again, for National Coin Week, they'll do some really cool things. So they'll go out into the community and they will place random coins places.
So that starts in April, right?
Oh, that starts in April?
Yeah.
I thought that started.
I'm pretty sure it starts in April.
Well, I thought that already started. Isn't this Coin Week?
It's never too early to start to do it, but I'm pretty sure it starts in April.
Oh,
I could be told, huh?
Yeah, so it's April 21st to the 27th. I got the two events crossed.
It's okay.
Okay, so I screwed up again.
That's what I'm here for, just to tell you you're wrong, right?
That's basically why I bring you up. But so I thought this was all tied in Coin Week. I didn't realize that they were two separate events. Okay, so we're just going. Okay, this is not a big deal, but this is a lot of fun. But this is the National Money Show, and one of the things that, as I was looking at this, they were talking about some of the various coins and things that were here. And one of the coins that they have here was the very first dime. Now, not the Disney, as people call it, which is actually pronounced Deem. A lot of people get that wrong, but
it depends on who you talk to.
Yeah, Disney. But it's actually the proper enunciation for that is Deem, Deem. And it's a 1796. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's like in MS63. And so, to kind of give you an idea of the value of this particular coin, it's like, oh man. Can you do me a favor, Paula?
Yeah.
Can you push mute?
I'm sorry. Yes. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. No big deal. I don't mind telling you. Hey, you're making too much noise. But, and that's the thing. We don't have to use war paint as guys. So, and I can't see chat right now, so you guys know, because what I'm doing is I'm kind of walking through some of these items. So if you're chatting, then, just know that I'll be with you here in just a second. What happened? Why did my stream just changed? No, stay up there. Hold on just a sec. Come on, dagnabbit. Oh, you know what's going on? I've got to adjust. There we go. I'm back. Okay, I have the little flag behind me. I've got to figure this out. It's going to take me a while to figure out all these adjustments, but eventually I'll get it resolved. All right, so the money show is held every year, and today is the last day. And they have this dime that it's pretty cool. But the thing that's cool about this particular dime is that when you look at the details on this, there's design elements that change from year to year. And actually, when we talk about varieties of coins, you'll see that even in 1797, there's two specific varieties, and it has to do with the number of stars. And when I was looking at this, I was trying to kind of get information about this particular coin. And what I found was that there were a couple things regarding the Drake bust, which is absolutely a really cool coin. I think it's one of my favorite designs, just because you don't ever really see them in really good quality. And when you finally see one in good quality, it's just like, wow, it's a beauty. But this coin, I think it's 1796, and it's in, again, I think it's in MS63 condition. We're talking about a $400,000-$500,000 coin. But there's some things about this that I thought were really cool. And a couple of the things that were really neat about this particular one is that in 1796, when they did the obverse of this coin, and I'm trying to pull up the coin itself. Let me see if I can share. If I can share the screen here. It's not allowing me to do that. I'm not sure why. Anyway, I'll explain it in just a second. I'll take down the money show one and show you the other one. But there's stars around the outside edge. I really need to figure out how to do that. So let me hold on just a sec. I'll pull this up. And we'll see if I can't. There we go. Okay, so let me stop the screen share. Let me share this screen here. Okay. So now you should see this. So this is the design that we're talking about. And one thing that's really cool about this is if you look at the outer edge of this particular coin, you'll see behind her and in front of her, you'll see stars. And there's actually 3 different varieties depending upon the year that you're looking at. So in 1796, All of them have 15 stars on the obverse. But I never really understood what the stars on this particular coin meant. And what they were is they were representing the number of states that were in the Union at that time. And so in 1797, there was an additional state that was added to the Union, and that was Tennessee. And so they added an additional star. So did I say 17? The 16 stars. Sorry. There was 16th star added. There were 15. Then there were 16. Okay. But when they added Tennessee, Elias Boudinot, I believe is his name, is how you say that, Boudinot, decided that they didn't want to add stars every time somebody came into the Union. So they went back to the design table and changed it in 1797 to 13. So you actually in 3 years can have different number of stars. So if you'll look at this particular one, you'll see the stars here. I think you can kind of see my mouse on the screen. You'll see the stars here. So if you look at this one, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, I counted that correct. I just did it wrong the first time. All right, so this one has 16, but they changed the design elements here. So you'll have the 5 or the 6 stars on this side, and then the 8 stars on this side, or the 7 stars on this side. So anyway, there's a couple different design varieties on this particular one, and I thought it was really cool because it shows that they frequently change, but they were changing because of what was happening in the United States at that time frame. So the emblem of liberty and the joining of the Union and all that stuff was the representation of the stars. And I didn't know that until I started looking at what was going on with this particular coin show and what they were showing and the coins that they were showing and a little bit about it. And I was like, oh, that was really cool, right? That was something that was kind of neat. I hadn't seen this before. And I thought it was really, really neat. Paula, are you still there? She's like, yes, I forgot I put myself on mute. I think Paula stepped away.
Sorry, I'm sneaking around listening to you. I'm getting dressed.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you're sneaking around. No camera. Okay, I'm going to hide your camera.
No, not yet.
Anything on, do you know any other details on that, the cat bust?
On the what?
On the cat bust, the first seated Liberty dime, or the first cat bust dime. Do you know anything else about that?
Is it a cat bust?
Or draped bust? I'm sorry, draped bust.
That's all I know.
I'm tired. Yeah, I didn't.
That's all I know.
I didn't realize
you
that they
pretty
had
much
done,
covered it. You pretty much covered it.
I didn't know that they had done the stars, and I thought that was really interesting. And
Yeah.
again, as I learn things or find out stuff, I always like to share that kind of stuff. I thought that was really cool. But the coin that they have there that like kind of really intrigues me is the one that is the $10 eagle from 1933. It's the gold coin. Now, the reason this one kind of really intrigues me, outside of the value of the thing being, $500,000, is that at the time that they minted these, there were something like 312,000 coins minted. But Franklin Delano Roosevelt issued 2 things upon his presidency. The first one was obviously the New Deal, and the New Deal was to try to help stimulate the economy after the Great Depression and try to really engage some of the things that were happening during that time frame. But what really kicked off the importance of this particular thing was something else that happened, and this was presidential order or the executive order of 6102. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with executive order 6102, it's basically what caused the decline of us utilizing the gold standard. That was one of the gateways. The New Deal is what opened the door for this to occur, which involved, it kind of set the precedence for government engaging money, right? So they're the ones basically being able to step in and change and do whatever they wanted to. Because while we were on the gold standard, they couldn't just print more money. Because in order to print money, they had to have the gold to back it up. The New Deal was the thing that actually opened the door for that to begin to change. And so the New Deal is what got President Roosevelt elected. And this happened back in 1932. Well, in 34, they did this executive order, or excuse me, in 33, they did this executive order, and they just basically, it states this. Under executive order of the president issued April 5th, 1933, all persons are required to deliver on or before May 1st, 1933, all gold coin, bullion, gold certificates, and owned by them to any Federal Reserve bank, branch, agency, or any bank member of the Federal Reserve System in exchange for $20.67 per ounce. $20.67 per ounce. That's nuts. Oh my God.
Nuts.
It is. It is. It's crazy. Hey, there's CB. Hello.
My hair's all wet.
It's okay. Better your hair.
Yeah. No. Stop it. Really?
He's like, I'm not going there. So the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to share this screen and I'm going to throw that up there. So this is the coin that I'm talking about. Okay. I thought I had it up there a minute ago and I realized that I was still showing the other one. But the cool thing about this particular coin was the fact that there were 312,000 or so of these minted. But after this particular executive order, people turn these in. And so they only know of about 30 or 40 of these coins having existed. And they have one of them at this show. And I find that fascinating because if you think about 300,000 of something and there only being 30 or 40 left, it begins to kind of make you think about when they talk about the coin. So let's say, for instance, you go to NGC or you go to PCGS and you see the estimated numbers, right? Because those numbers are just estimated, right? We don't know how many are actually in existence. They just have, basic guesstimates. But for there only to be 30 or 40 of these in the world known to exist, and they have one there, I would love to be there. I think it would be fascinating to see this coin. And there's some things about this coin where this picture doesn't actually show you very well. And that is this coin has actually in when you see it, almost a greenish hue to it. So what I couldn't find about this coin when I was researching it is why it has that kind of lightish green hue. Do you know anything about that, Paula?
I don't see it.
Well, it's not on this particular coin. It's not on the one that
Oh.
I'm showing. This one it's like the True View, and they have the lighting and all the stuff that they do to this. But when you see this, it has kind of these ones have kind of a
So
lightish
those have a
green.
little bit of copper in them, right?
Let me look at the makeup. Oh, you know what? That's probably exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Metal content. So let me look at the metal content.
Good morning, everybody. Good to see you. I'm about to go grab another cup of coffee as soon as he.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, it does have some copper in it, so that would make sense.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna.
Yeah, no worries. But what I found fascinating about this was, when you look at the mintages of things like this, and you see that there are only 312,000, but there's only, I mean, good God, there's only 30 or 40 known to have exist. I think that's just crazy. Yeah, they're actually a little bit less than that. The metal content is only a half ounce of gold. And it's like 0.917 or something like that. It's 92% or something like that. I don't have the exact metallurgical makeup of the coin. I'm trying to find it, but I couldn't locate it. I find a lot more about the mintages and the estimated value, and the fact that in 2016, a Mint State 66 sold for almost $900,000. Coffee.
Oh, so good.
You remember the movie George of the Jungle?
Yes, I do.
Remember when he's
I used to have the biggest crush on Brendan Fraser.
Well, I can't say I had a crush on him, but I think he's an amazing actor. He always made me laugh.
Yes.
But George of the Jungle was just a classic, stupid movie. Awesome. Him and that elephant, Chet. Oh, it always made me laugh. Batch. So they have this coin, but there's another one, and I had never heard this story. Now, I'm going to try and find the coin, but unfortunately, I think I closed my window that had this particular item in it, and I don't know where it went. It's called the Lesher Dollar. And the Lesher Dollar, I had never heard about this before. So I'm going to try and find an image of this really quick. So the Lesher Dollar was something that was created, the brainchild of Joseph Lesher. And again, I had never heard of this. I had no idea what they were. This is the Lesher Dollar. Oops, I'm not showing the right screen.
Colorado.
Yes. So let's do this. There we go. That's the Lesher Dollar. But I didn't know really anything about this. And so I wanted to kind of find a little bit about who he was and what was going on. So he was born in Ohio in 1838 and he died in Victor, Colorado. But while he was in Victor, Colorado, just after the Civil War, military man. Oh, hey, there he is. What's up,
Hello.
buddy?
Good morning, Eric.
Morning,
I was
Eric.
hoping you'd show up.
You there?
Hello.
I am here.
He's like, I'm getting coffee. Leave me alone.
Nope, I had to mute my other YouTube, so I didn't get feedback.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Feedback is actually good. It's how you grow.
Right, exactly.
You have too much feedback.
How's everybody's weekend?
Paul is like, it's early. Don't be throwing double entendres at me. Good. How are you?
Fantastic.
Wonderful. Got my shopping done. Got everything I got to get done for today done.
Sweet.
I went yesterday and I got myself all kinds of snacks, and I'm going to lay them all out right here on the table, and I'm just going to eat all day long. I don't care. Diet or no diet, I don't care. It's all healthy stuff, though.
That's right. You don't need to diet.
No, I do.
Health.
I do. If you knew the way Ida's going to feed me when I go there in June.
Healthy.
Oh yeah,
healthy. She's eating healthy.
Let's just say I can't afford 2 seats on the flight home.
What's going on, pistol packing pilot? Good to see you, bud.
It
Thanks
could be
for
worse.
coming in.
I need 2 seats every time, even when I'm skinny.
Oh, jeez.
I lost I lost my live chat.
I'm sorry, you were talking about the lesser dollar.
Yeah, I was talking about the
I
lesser
put a
dollar.
link up in the chat if you guys want to look at it. Here, I'll put it back up again for the lesser dollar.
I appreciate it. All right, but you know what I'm going to do? So again, you have to be a subscriber to do this, but I am going to do this. And what I'm going to do right now is, because it is the Suck It Sniping Farmer.
What?
Kane Friday, how you doing, bud? Good to see you.
That's right, gold sniping farmer.
Kane Friday is overseas, but I'm still going to send this to you. So I'm going to send you a 1961 proof quarter. This thing it's a beauty, nice and shiny and pretty and chrome. So I'm going to be sending this to you. So if you'll do me a favor, send me an email on claim on that, and I will send that off. I'm going to be giving away a few other things today. I've got a proof Kennedy. I've got a 1851 large cent. It's got a little bit of environmental damage on it, but still, it's an 1851 large cent.
Large cent.
I've got a silver mint, and then I've got a proof Kennedy that I'm going to be giving away. So anyway, thank you, Frostbyte. Yeah, no worries, bud. Happy that you got it. Appreciate you coming in. So we were just getting ready to talk about James Lesher before Eric so rudely interrupted.
Yeah, he did.
He's like, hey. But anyway, following the Civil War, he retired from military and started to work in the mining fields, and he began becoming a miner. And as he started doing this, he found gold at the Pikes Peak area. And so he continued to do that, and then started to get into real estate and do that. But what he wanted to do is, he thought it would be a really good idea, and this was very common back in the days of the Civil War era, was to create your own private mint. This is why you see all the Civil War tokens, and you see all the various different types of tokens that were done, because people were minting their own stuff, and he wanted to do this. But he absolutely loved silver, and he thought silver was the metal to invest in. And so what he wanted to do is, he wanted to see it increased. Now, during this time frame, the government was utilizing silver in all of its coinage, but they really didn't want the silver. That wasn't their thing. At this time, the government really wanted to be on the gold standard, right? And so gold was the item of choice for the government. Whoops, that's loud. And so what they wanted to do is, they wanted to kind of utilize gold. Well, he thought silver was a better choice. And he decided that he was going to open up, utilizing his silver mine, and create his own coin. Now, obviously, we call these metals today, they're not official coinage. But this lesser coin, this lesser metal, is really cool. And if you don't know the story, again, I'm just giving you kind of just a little tidbit of it, but it's really cool. He talks about, the quality and the purity of it. He guaranteed the purity of this. I think he was one of the first ones to do kind of like the 3 nines fine type of item. And he, of course, when he first started doing this, we're talking about silver being like 50, 60 cents per ounce. Definitely a long time ago. But from the time he started doing this, he started minting this and really getting stuff out, and it drove the silver price up. And so in that time frame, we're talking, pennies on the dollar for silver. But he would never realize the true value of what he did. Now, obviously, silver started to increase back in like the early 60s, 62, 63. You started to see silver prices rise. And then obviously, when you had the Hunt brothers situation, which they tried to do all the hoarding, around 75 to 80, silver shot through the roof, and then would reach a bunch of money. I think it was peaked around 40 or something like that. So anyway, a really cool story, but he was kind of one of the front runners who really believed silver was one of those metals to invest in. I know there's a lot of stackers in the channel. If you don't know that story, I'm going to put out a video on that probably in a week or two. A really cool story. Go check that out, but you'll be seeing something on the Lesher metal and the Lesher referendum. There are 6 types, 12 varieties. And I'm going to kind of be going over those and talking to you about that. Anyway, it was really cool. And they have one of those there. So again,
You'll recognize a familiar name when you're doing that video and doing the research on it. Zerby, the person I was talking about earlier that Russ Bega did the lecture on for the World's Fair money. So,
oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, that's going to send you down another rabbit hole, but you need to watch Russ Bega's lecture when it pops. I think it'll probably come up on the ANA YouTube channel.
So Zerby was the one that classified these, right?
No.
Who's Zerby?
You have to go watch the.
Okay.
It's really interesting. Zerby was like the Barnum and Bailey of coins early on. Like he had like a traveling coin show, and there's a whole story about him. Like, yeah. So
okay.
He's the type of person. So he's one of the people that could walk into the US Mint and say, I want this, strike 5 of these coins for me, and they would do it.
Oh, I got you.
So, yeah.
I got you.
Cool. So, but I'll let you know when it pops up in the Learning Academy on the ANA thing, and you can watch it. It was really interesting. So,
yeah, I love those kind of stories. And so when I saw this, I was like, well, what's the situation on this? Like, what's going on?
Advertising.
Hey, Eric, I just saw that you gifted 5 memberships. Thanks so much, bud. I appreciate you. Thank you for doing
anytime. That. I enjoy that. My name in print.
Eric. Yeah, it's one of those where, again, folks, I don't request super chats. I don't request membership gifting. I don't do any of that. If you want to help the channel, you can, but it's just not one of those things that I really kind of push or strive for. Because again, what I want to give you is information and awareness. And I've just noticed that my window is showing me in 2 different places. I've got to work on the formatting of this a little bit, but I'll get it there. It'll eventually be there.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yes, I know. But see, look, I can adjust it on the fly. Look, it's fixed. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'll be working on this. What I'm really trying to do is I want to try and set this up. Now, it's been more beneficial for you, right? Like you can see what's going on and you can see what's happening.
Well, I can see you, and I can see the Lesher dollar down there. I can see Eric over there. And that's what I see.
So the only thing, hey, we got another gift membership.
Yay.
Thanks, long lived. I appreciate you. Anxious, a pain in the ass. He's new in the community. Crafty Dragon, Supreme Ginger Stacker, and Shellbean. Shellbean is a mod and wasn't a member. Just kidding.
What?
I said Shellbean was a mod and wasn't a member.
You haven't come around in my cycle yet. I
know. Yeah, I know.
I buy memberships to channels for usually about 6 months, and then I
go
cancel
somewhere
them,
else.
and I go to a different channel.
I'm very aware. I get more enjoyment out of you being here helping the channel than doing that. What's going on, Ashes?
You'll come around. You're on my next cycle.
Howdy, Paula.
Keep talking. Hey, Ashes, settle down now. Settle down. Settle down. I know where you're going to be.
What's going on, Lurch? Yeah, so Crafty Dragon just got another one of these. Outstanding. But yeah, I'm gonna continue to try and improve this and make it easy. What kind of crazy coins we getting into this morning? Yeah, but anyway, so we talked about the 1933. I think that's such a cool coin. It's a lot of fun, and to know that there's only 30 of them, or 30 or 40 of them, it's just amazing. So when you see these kind of things, make sure you go check those out. Like this is really important, right? It's really cool to come check these things out and to see these things as they come up. My alert box was hidden behind my other screen, so hopefully it shows up now. So when the gift members pop up, it should actually do this. And you guys, Kellen is still the boss of the channel. We need to dethrone him.
Boss man.
That's just wrong. Say that again.
It's a boss man.
Boss man. Who's boss man?
Kellen, you said, is the boss.
Oh, Kelly. Yeah. Oh, coffee.
Are we family friendly this morning?
Always.
We should
crap.
be.
Never mind then.
I don't know. Okay, so let me check and see who's in chat. Anybody who's not family friendly, raise their hand. Oh no, we can't do that. Pistol Packing Pilot's in there. He may raise something else.
I got I was gonna hit my button, but
Hit it.
Oh, hit it. You're fine. Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me. That's 3 gallons of bullshit in a 2-gallon bucket.
I love little sound effects in case you guys haven't noticed.
So what's the coin under the scope? So it's not actually under the scope. It's just an image.
He wishes it was under his scope.
I really do. So Ashes, that's a lesser dollar. And
They're actually kind of, well, depending on which one, they're affordable, but they're cool. You know, I was going to tell you what else what other coins, 2 of the coins that I would be excited to see that they have there. The 43 bronze and the 44 steel.
Pistol Packing Pilot. I knew you'd raise it.
Hey, you sure like those eggplants? What? Eggplants? What? Oh, he raised his eggplant.
So I said I knew he was in the stream. I knew what was going to happen. Oh, that dude makes me laugh. He's a hoot. He likes frustrating people. I love listening to him try to set people off. It's hilarious.
Well, I'm very easy to trigger. There's a few buzzwords.
Trigger. I was about to say Paula has a button.
What? Who?
Wrong kind of trigger. I got to be careful. It's a morning show.
The one in the annex lab. He wants to know what Eric has under there.
Oh, what does Eric have? Okay, well, let me do this.
FS 501 $half, 1964.
Snap. Is that the tripled?
That is the D over D. It's RPM number 1.
Oh, oh my gosh, you said 501.
It is 501.
I know. And I said, is that a tripled? I'm thinking 101. Never mind.
The thing about this is it actually has a nice double die obverse that somebody has claimed that it is
I can see it.
master hub doubling, and there is no way. I've never seen it on anything before.
I'll tell you who you can ask Shay Hoffmaster. He's on our panel. He is a Kennedy expert, knows all of the years and mints with master hub doubling and everything. So, well,
there's a lot of them on there. Actually, some sites actually say that it has a double die obverse on early die stages. Then that
doesn't make sense, because if it would be on every die stage.
No, they replaced the obverse.
Oh, so it's a different die.
Some RPMs have a different obverse on them.
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha. So just real quick, so you guys know, right now, my video for the premiere train is airing. So we started the premiere train an hour early. So do me a favor, go check out the premiere train, say hi, come back and do whatever. I know Pistol Packing Pilot's in here. He's probably should be watching that as well. You may be dual streaming. I can't dual stream. So people are going to be like, Frosty's not even at his own premiere. So,
well, also, you guys, if you aren't pre-registered for the St. Jude's auction, that starts at 9 Pacific, there's a tailgating stream that's going to start in a half an hour. That's strictly to show people how to get pre-registered and everything. So, and just to hang out and answer any questions you guys have about the auction.
And try and be generous. I'm even going to have to buy silver because there was nothing that spurred my interest in there.
Nothing. Did you not see? I'm not even going to say anything. It probably won't get.
Did I not see what?
It's way down. It's in the 300s. Come on now.
I probably didn't see it. I kind of
That's what I
about
want. I know I'm not going to get it because I'm sure that Kittle has a bunch of, Gringo's probably going to be bidding on it, and some of the other guys with deeper pockets than me. It's a dual sample slab.
Oh, I probably that's I might that's
it has a steel cent and a war nickel that decent grades, and they're graded.
Oh, cool.
Which is unusual for sample slabs to begin with. And this is a dual sample slab. And if you go try to find, you won't be able to find one for sale. It's they're super uncommon, I'm going to call it rare.
What are you expecting it to go for?
Gosh, I hope it goes over 200. It should go over 200.
All I know is if you're into silver, there is a ton of
I'm hoping it doesn't go over 200.
Silver and gold, and yeah.
I won't get it then. I'm taking out
a copper box in there, but I'm like,
I know.
That's
there's a lot of things, but
a couple slabbed Lincolns and stuff like that.
There's lots of stuff,
but tons of silver. If you're into silver, this is your auction.
Lots of gold. Not tons of gold, but there's
a fair amount of gold, and there's some really cool gold there.
Yeah, some gold coins.
Yeah, so people have been very generous with the donations of gold. So there's some cool stuff in there.
Yeah,
I know we've got some big wigs coming in to hit up some of the big stuff. So.
Yeah, and the dealers that are in there, if they're in there for that item I just said, I'm not going to win it because they know what it's worth. So, and I think Michael Kittle, if it's going for too low, he'll probably buy it back. So I just don't think I'm going to get it, but I'm going to try.
But you're going to try. Hey, that's all you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that'll go.
I pulled some money out of my Tulsa fund.
That'll go Sunday, right?
Yeah, it may go next weekend, because if we don't get through all the items, we're going to do it again next weekend. We may not be able to get through all the items because we're not doing is it called a hard count? When where people can snipe, we're actually doing like if somebody bids, then we start the countdown over again. It'll go quick. But we're doing it like the auction houses do. Last year, we had left too much money on the table doing that sniping thing. And
the sniping thing, it's kind of hard to do. It's kind of irrelevant on a live YouTube auction.
It is. And a lot of people, that was the problem too, was we had a lot of complaints because people have lag. And they just couldn't get their bid in time. So
yeah, I had an issue with that last year.
The deal was that we left too much money on the table.
Yeah, I would love to know what auction software they were using. I was at an auction a couple days ago and bought some things. And if you bid when it was under 3 minutes, it automatically set the clock back to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was a digital thing, so there was nobody running it. The computer was running it.
Oh, nice.
So like somebody tried to bid at 1 second, it would automatically pop it back up to 3 minutes to give somebody a chance to read it.
So Whatnot uses that. Whatnot has that capability. You can set it for like 10 seconds to however long you want. And if somebody puts a bid, it'll set it back, the timer, and start the timer. So we're kind of doing that, but not that long because we got to get through the items. But we're going to do a 3, 2, 1. And if somebody comes in at 1, we go back to 3, 2, 1. And, it'll give, and Charles is going to call it in chat. And then we're going to go by what is in chat, because everybody sees the chat at the same time. So,
give or take.
Yeah.
Eventually the chat always matches up. Now, one thing about the chat that happens is that you have to watch the YouTube side, because in StreamYard things will disappear. So they're going to be watching the YouTube side. So they're going to be taking what's there, because a lot of times what happens in StreamYard, and we see this when we do trivia in the mornings.
It sticks.
Right? It sticks, or it skips somebody.
Yeah.
They just don't show up in there.
Yeah.
So they'll
Right.
be utilizing the StreamYard side. So one thing that's going to be really important is refresh. Now, if
Not
you
necessarily refresh. Hit your settings button and hit the
2
playback
times.
speed, and it'll catch it up.
Playback speed
well,
2
no,
times.
Yeah.
that's not what I'm talking about. Okay, when you're looking at doing the bids, okay, change it
Yeah,
from
he
live
does.
chat to top chat back to live chat. Okay,
Yeah.
that'll refresh that. Now, Paula already stated this stream is not being monetized. So you don't have to worry about in advertisements and all that other stuff. It's just going to be one continuous go. So you don't have to worry. If you refresh it, you might get an ad from the like if you come in, you might get an ad. But if you just go to top chat and then back to live chat, you will not get the ad. So cycle that chat periodically. Now, what Eric was talking about is making sure you stay up. So periodically click on that gear, click on 2 times, let it catch up. Because if you drag the button over to the edge, it actually might stop the video. It might stop the live. And then you end up being behind again. So just click that 2 times. That'll catch you up and then you'll be up to par. You're going to
Also,
want to
trust your-
do that. If you're serious about looking at some of the items that are coming up, you're definitely going to want to look at making sure that you do that frequently. Okay.
Yeah.
And trust your live chat over your video.
Yes, and that's
Yep.
one thing we're continue to repeat. We'll be going over the rules and stuff constantly. We have a video that we'll show after every 10 items. There's a giveaway, so we'll do the giveaway and show the video that has the rules and stuff while the giveaway is running.
Oh man, there's going to be rules.
There's rules. Well, you have to be you have to register to be able to bid, and then there's we call them donations. So if you win an item, you have to pay for it immediately, and it goes direct. You pay directly to St. Jude's. So there's
All right, now I registered, but I don't think I registered a payment.
No, you don't have to register payment. The registration to bid is basically for our benefit, so that
Right.
we know who's who when they're paying, and we have an email in case something happens. We need to get a hold of people. Yeah. So there's
So how do you do the instant payment then?
that we have a link for that. We have a link
Okay.
that you click on, and it'll show that video that I said we're going to run every 10 items. It'll show you exactly how to do it. It's
Okay.
super easy. But every item has to be paid for when you win it. And the reason for that is because we keep track of who's paid for what.
Right.
And we can't, like, Ida is setting things aside as they're paid and getting them ready to be shipped out. So it has to be done that way. It's too confusing if you wait and pay with lots.
Right. No, I understand.
Yeah.
Well, Whatnot's kind of like that too. You pay as you win.
Oh, I love Whatnot for that. Like, it automatically, you don't have to do anything.
The problem I see with Whatnot, and it's a developing problem, is there's a lot more trashy sellers coming up on it.
It's getting really bad.
It's getting bad where you
It
can't
is.
even really.
They don't have enough employees right now to track that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Even if you report, it takes them a long time to even get to the report because they just don't have the staffing yet. I mean, it just blew up, and I'm sure they weren't expecting it to blow up like it did. But
They go to these big shows.
There's a lot of
And they
lot of
push, hey, we can take this quarter right here. Last year at the fun show, they were giving people slabbed quarters to sell on Whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
to try it and sell one item, and they did pretty good. And then this year at the fun show, they were just registering, like everybody that came through the door, they were trying to register. So,
Yeah, that's no good.
and when you do that, when it first opened, they really had a vetting process.
Yeah.
And now it's no process. It's like opening a PayPal account.
Yeah, so it helps the seller. They're very much for the seller right now. You have to have a credit card on file. Like when you buy something, it automatically comes out.
on it.
So that's great for the seller.
Yeah.
But as buyers, like we have our hands full, right? Frostbyte knows this. You know this, Eric. We have our hands full with YouTube. People, crappy information, crappy
Right.
coins, trying to sell things as things they're not. Now we got to contend with and eBay. Now we got to contend with whatnot. It's like, ugh.
And there's worse places than eBay. eBay, you just got to kind of have an idea what you're buying.
Yeah.
But eBay, you can report a item in eBay, and it will get taken down relatively quick.
Yes, Jack.
Even through the AI, their AI is not terrible.
So let me tell you something though. I report things all the time on eBay. Not once have I had them come back and tell me that they were removing it. I've always we looked into your claim and we didn't find it going against our every single time. I've never, but I still continue to do it. But
yeah.
Oh, I've gotten notifications of reporting it because
no, I get that thanks for your report. We looked into your claim and we found that it wasn't. And I'm talking about blatant counterfeits things. I mean,
yeah. So you know what I do? You know what I always do? So this is how I've started.
Auction and it's gone.
No, this is how I've started reporting mine to eBay. It's like I quote the first few stanzas of the counterfeiting law and say that I'm also forwarding a copy of this listing to the FBI for further investigation. And I copy the listing and I copy the local rep here in San Antonio for the FBI and let them know that I'm reporting this to my local field office.
Yeah.
I think it's Secret Service for
well, the FBI will report it accordingly. They're responsible for investigating all of that stuff. But I let them know that I'm reporting it.
Jack Young. I just go, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of got a
and
right?
I've had great success with them sending stuff back. And after checking the legitimacy of this, we've contacted the seller and we've removed such listing. I've had really good success with that.
Jack has connections. He gets things help like.
Well, he probably just picks up the phone and says, "Hey, folks, this is fake." Yeah.
Like a little
yeah. But I've started reporting because it's just reporting the law and saying I'm reporting this listing. Like, and if you keep it up, you've been told. I'm letting them know you've been told, and because there's some of them like. The
problem is though, Frostbyte, is a lot of those reports go to bots. They don't even.
They go to AI.
Doesn't even look at it.
Yeah.
So I mean, and that's what those are the things that I'm getting. It's all a bot response. I mean, you can tell it's not a person. It's the same reply.
I think the seller gets that too, because I've had ones that I've said are counterfeit or not correct, and I've checked back and the listing had been removed.
Hey, real quick, folks,
sent me an email saying anything about it.
Right now, Mad Stacker's premiere train's going off, so go check out that too. Okay, I want to do credit. We moved it up, so I already blew Wills and Silver Bulls, so I apologize for blowing those. But Mad Stacker's premiere train's going on, so open that in another window and watch Mad Stacker's premiere train. We're going to end here in about 15 minutes. And you guys can determine whether you're going to go see the tailgating party or whether.
Well, I'm gonna end in about 5 because I got to get over
there, set up, get all that taken care of. Yep.
It's gonna be a long day for Paula.
I know it is.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long day for everybody. Just to participate in something.
It's so much fun. Look, see, this shirt saves lives. Thank you.
But like Azer said, it's 100% eBay could care less. It's not just eBay. No. Whatnot, all the other auction sites, they don't care. They're in it for their commission.
So the problem with Whatnot, the problem that I have with Whatnot is it goes like this. So like at eBay, you have all the time in the world to look at the coin, look at the images, to ask seller questions. On Whatnot, it's like this.
Well, that depends on who you go and what they have their timer set to, and
a lot of people have their auctions for next week set up a week ahead, so you can look at everything with pictures and all that.
Yeah. And my biggest problem is that the people that I want to watch that have the good stuff that I know is like the good stuff, they have a huge audience too, and people are like going nuts
Overbidding.
with their bidding. And so,
Yeah.
and I'm cheap. I want to get stuff as cheap as I can get it. And
You're not the only one, Paula.
I'm not gonna do that on Whatnot for the most part. So, you know, sometimes I think it benefits you to watch the smaller sellers and, you know, see what they've got. And, you know, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Hey,
I just
check
bought a bunch of
stacker,
rolls at an auction, and the guy's sending them in 2 boxes, and each box weighs 140 pounds.
Hey, check stacker, the link to Ida's channel's there. So go ahead and just click on her channel, and then you'll see the live and the premiere on her channel.
I just
so you
came
can go
across
to
an
Ida's.
entire box I have down there of tubed rolls of 63 Ds.
Nice.
An entire box.
This was, I
Taped up
mean,
and everything, huh?
it's a great deal, but man, 140 pounds. I'm thinking, I texted him back. I says, make sure you insure those for $1,500.
Oh my gosh. I forgot
Hi,
I had
Joyce.
it. I put that stuff away and I'm like, I'll get to it later. Forget.
Yeah, that's what I do, but it doesn't get tucked away. It's on the ever growing mountain on the east or west side of the room.
Anyhow, I got to get going, you guys. Frostbyte. Good seeing you. Good talking to you guys. Love you guys. Hope to
See y'all
you
soon.
later.
Yeah,
Bye.
appreciate you being here. We're going to go ahead, and we got a 2 or 3 way split coming up here in just a few moments. So hopefully you guys are over checking out Mad Stackers right now. If you can split it, if not, you know, go check that out. I didn't want to stream over them, but we bumped up the stream in order to support St. Jude. So you guys know that I stream 8:30 to.
I figured
10.
you weren't streaming. When I saw you on, I was like, ooh, I better get in there.
Yeah, well, I'm not streaming over St. Jude. Now, what I am going to do later on today is I'm going to do a stream. So if you are in a situation where you don't have money and you cannot put yourself in a situation where you're there because you know you'll spend money you don't have, I'm going to have something running. We'll do trivia, we'll do games, whatever, because I want to provide a safe place for those people who know they cannot spend money. And I know that this is going to cause some frustration with some people because it's like, oh, you're taking people away. I'm not competing with St. Jude. Okay. I absolutely full-heartedly support it, but there are a lot of people in our community who cannot afford to do this. And so if you're in a situation where you go there and you know you're going to be putting yourself in a bad place, I'm going to open a stream up. Bifrost is going to be here. We're going to do some drawings. We're going to have some trivia. We're going to do some stuff like that because what I want to do is I want to go over and I want everybody to fly over to the channel. We'll do some chats. We'll go light up social media on Facebook. We'll light up Instagram. We'll light up whatever we need to. So we can do things as a group external to that stream to help get people engaged there. So there's a lot of stuff that we can do by not putting ourselves into a situation where we potentially spend money that we don't have it.
Right.
So,
right.
I'm not blue, Frosty. I see how it is. Yeah, you're not blue, Ginger. You're green because you're Irish. Sorry. But anyway, again, so I want to be very clear. I'm not doing this to compete with St. Jude. I'm doing this because I want the community to have a safe place to go, to have fun. There are going to be other channels that do this, but I'm not going to be running an auction. I'm not going to be running games. There's not going to be any money. I'm not going to be requesting super chats or gifted memberships or any of that. It's all going to be just a safe place for people to come, to play some games, to do whatever, and just kind of, you know, keep people from getting into a situation where they might run themselves in. I say that because last year I spent way too much money and hurt myself for a couple months. Not because I didn't know what my limit was, because, ooh, shiny, ooh, shiny, ooh, shiny. Oh, check out that numismatic piece. And you get so wrapped up in it that sometimes logic goes out the window. So I want to make sure that we can do things different ways. So we'll be doing social media. We'll be doing different things. We'll go in, we'll slam them, we'll hit them, and then everybody will come back. And there's a lot of ways that we can generate the big pulse and fire off that algorithm. So there's lots of stuff that we can do. So we'll be seeing you later. Right now, I'm going to kind of cut this off here in about 3 minutes. At that time, Mad Stacker's premiere will just be ending. Hopefully, some of you have opened up another window and been able to look at both of them at the same time. If
I've
not,
been smashing that like button.
yep, smash the like, do whatever. Okay. This will be going from Mad Stacker. There's an auto move over. So I want people to go over there before it ends. Make sure you go over to Mad Stackers. It's there. If you want to go watch the tailgate party, Ida's already started that stream. You can go over to Ida's channel. I've already put that up here. Coin and Card Hobbyist has already put that in there. I am pinning that message. So that's pinned. It's already there. So you can go check out Ida's. And if you want to do something else and you want to go check out Gingy's stream and go check out Snaps, because he's going to be firing it off as well. So there's a couple different options for you. I'm not going to tell you where to go. You go where you go and you know how to get there. All right. All right, folks. Well, thanks for coming in. And again, later on, you'll see me pop up. You know why I'm popping up. You understand the situation. Again, we're here to support everybody. So just be aware.
Are you doing an early morning stream tomorrow, Frostbyte?
I am. I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to stream straight into them.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow morning then.
Coin Crew is not running an auction, so I will stream directly into St. Jude. So
perfect. See you in the morning.
Catch you later, buddy. Thanks for coming up.
All right.
All right, folks. Well, right now, like I said, you got a couple different places to go. Make sure you do me a favor, smash that thumbs up. I'm going to throw one more winner in here just because I can. Ashes, I know you were supporting another channel, so congratulations. I've got a coin for you. I will send. Coin Junkie. Is Coin Junkie still here? Hopefully Coin Junkie's still here. If not, I got Coin Junkie's information. I will send that out. Y'all take care. Be well, be blessed. I'll work out the rest of these details and get the rest of this screen set up to where I can improve it a little bit more for you. But we'll see you in the streams.